This is Peace of Mind Sports Podcast. Presented by the Fam and the Overs Club for your best bet. Now here's your hosts, Mark, Max, and Marley. Good morning, sports fans. Welcome back to another episode of Peace of Mind Sports Podcast, NFL Week 5 edition. You know. Morning, everybody. Mark and Marley, running it duo style.
Morning, Mark.
And welcome our guest picker of the week, our Browns ambassador, Eric. What's going on, brother?
How we doing? Ready for another week of football.
You ask me how I'm doing. It depends. I'm in playoff baseball mode.
True.
And then on the football side, I'm in disarray, I should say. Marley's going to laugh,
Yeah.
of course. But it moves on. We go ahead. And I think that we will be okay. And not okay as in, like, I don't think our team is going to be okay. But, as Browns fans, I know that Marley was talking about in the pre-show about how Browns fans are, I don't even know the word that he used, but pretty much telling us that we're not like loyal fans. We're still going to show up. We're still going to root for our team because that's our team. All right. Whether we win or we lose, I know most of the time it may be losing, but we're going to be okay.
Listen, I'm being honest right now. I didn't hear the comment because I think if I would have heard the comment, me and you would have been scrapping. But I will say this much: you guys have not had a losing season in I don't know how long. So
17 years.
Exactly my point. You guys, you have no room to say anything about loyal fans. When you guys have a losing season and then all of a sudden people jump off the bandwagon, then you guys never faced any turmoil. There's never been turmoil in Pittsburgh.
We don't have to. That's the point that I'm trying to bring.
And isn't it like poetic? Like they just plug one guy in here, plug one guy in there, and they just
Exactly.
still win. It's incredible.
It is.
Starting off with week 5, we're going to get right to the games. We don't have too much outside of the actual game part, but what I love about when we're making our picks, we like to talk about the teams as we go. So here we go. I'll start with our picks, our pick standings, though, Marley. All right. Gaining a little bit of traction, still off to a little bit of a slow start, but you had a better week. You went, I have it right here.
Get my ass whipped.
Went 8-7 last week. So you're on the up and up. Max went 7-8. I went 9-6, which brings us to our pick total. Marley at 27-32. Max at 31-28. Me at the top so far at 36-23. Also, I'd like to mention we've been keeping track of our lock picks of the week. Marley, you're sitting at 1-3, Max at 3-1, and myself at 3-1. So, Eric, during our pick segment, we started this actually like a couple years ago, kind of like a fun thing, but we've turned it into an every week thing. When we're making our game picks, you're going to pick a game that's going to be your lock of the week. Now, it can't be, I'll just use the example like the 49ers over the Cardinals, right? The favorite 7 points wouldn't necessarily count as a lock of the week. If you look for a game that's like maybe 1.5 to 2.5 points, like the Texans over the Bills, the Texans would be acceptable, or even the underdog obviously would be an acceptable pick. So keep that in mind as we make our game picks. And just when we get to that game, just say, I'm taking this team, and this is also my lock of the week, and I'll keep track of it for you. All right?
Okay.
Moving on. Let's get to the Thursday night game to start it off, since that was the first game of the week. It was a great back and forth matchup. Falcons ultimately come out on top on overtime. Marley, we all took the Bucks, and I felt good about it until I realized till you realized also that it was that they were inducting Matt Ryan into the into their Ring of Honor.
Little things, man. The little things in this game that'll give that team that pump that gives them that extra little oomph to get it going. And then Kirk Cousins going out and breaking Matt Ryan's personal record in the game didn't
Yeah.
help either. So yeah, like they were just playing to win that night, and we should have known. Like if I'd have known all that was going on, I would have taken the Falcons because I'd have known they would have just come back somehow, some type of way. Kirk Cousins got to do it for the homers. But yeah, good game though. I gotta say, best Thursday night game so far this year. Because I'm gonna tell you now, can we please replace Kirk Herbstreit? That guy sucks.
I like him
And
in
then-
college. We've talked about this weekly. He's kind of on the lame side as
He's-
far as the NFL goes.
Lame as hell when it comes to NFL. Let me tell you.
Eric,
As far as the big announcers go, I think he's probably the least it's like the not as bad as the others. Is what I should say.
there are
Joe
some
Buck
pretty bad ones.
Yeah.
can't stand the guy. Wish he'd jump off a cliff. Chris Collinsworth can't stand him. Wish he'd jump off a cliff.
Here's a guy.
Yeah, exactly. No. Oh God, me and my wife both. We can't watch Sunday Night Football because we hate him so much. But anyway,
Eric,
To pay $7.99 a month. to
I don't-
watch it.
I don't know if you guys realize this as well, but it wasn't just Matt Ryan getting inducted into the Ring of Honor. It was also Arthur Blank, the runner.
yeah, how
They
about
got
that?
inducted in the same exact night.
Mm.
How about a guy
You kn-
he's inducting himself into the into the Ring of Honor?
I
know, man, I thought
mean,
he went in. I thought he went in a couple weeks ago.
I think
they
they
had his
announced.
name
I
up
think
there.
they announced it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, his name
Yeah.
was already up there
Mm.
because they showed it one day when they were at home and they were showing the wall of the Ring of Honor in their stadium, and he was up there already.
That actually might have been the opening game against the Steelers that they did that, or the week
I
after.
think it,
because they mentioned on the broadcast that it was both of them.
yeah, well, no, they were talking about like he was holding on to Matt Ryan's arm when he was walking up, but I've seen like the one of the weeks already this season they put him up there, or else he was already been up there because they showed his name and they showed him standing on the sidelines in that fancy pinstripe suit he always wears.
Mm-hmm.
That dude's got style for an old man. I don't care.
Eric,
He
I
does.
gotta. I brought you on not to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyways, just for the record.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you miss Baker Mayfield?
Yeah.
So I've tweeted this many times, and I've told every single person I've ever talked to about Baker Mayfield the same exact thing.
Consistency.
I
is key.
miss Baker as a person. I miss Baker as the consistent person that he was as far as play goes. He wasn't going to go beyond, any certain expectations of him.
But we still knew
But
what he was, what he was, right?
It would have never worked out here. He had to have the adversity. He had to leave Cleveland, being the quote unquote toxic situation. Think his Texas A&M. He had to go to another team, being now the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as his Oklahoma, and he was never going to get there in Cleveland.
I'll say
Once
this.
things went south with the injury, he was never going to succeed here. And it sucks to say that.
Because everybody wants to pile on and say like, oh, like the Browns are dumb, they should never got rid of him. Which like, okay, you might have a point. Like in the end, like obviously he's succeeding in Tampa Bay. But we rooted for him, and anybody that's been a fan of this show for years can go back and listen. That we were one of his biggest supporters because he played for us, and that's the thing. And you said it the best way. That we at least knew what Baker Mayfield was going to bring every single week.
Yep.
For us. I mean, at this point, I think we know
a different system.
Yeah.
The problem was he had 4 systems in 4 years.
And that's
Or
the other
5
kicker.
systems in 4 years.
My man could not
Yeah.
settled into nothing down there because you guys
Exactly.
constantly can't keep a coach, coordinator, it's a damn barn sale or a bonfire every fucking season after that it's over.
Until
Sometimes
now,
it's in the
like
middle.
we've had consistent coaching and Kevin Stefanski. But yeah, obviously before then, like they get rid of a coach like every 2 years. I mean, and like we've talked about with the Steelers, Tomlin's been the coach for what 18 years, like
18 season, baby.
right.
Ow.
So
Before that, it was
Wilson, I just want to
Howard for
pick your
how
brain.
long and Chuck Noll for how long.
I just want to pick your brain and kind of get perspective on that, Eric,
Come on,
because
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel like it's
let's
something
go.
that needed to be said. Like everybody wants to pile on, but like at the same time, like yeah, he went to Carolina. Like, Carolina should have kept him. They're in quarterback
Yep.
poverty now. I think it was really. I think I understand why. I mean, I definitely understand why the Rams didn't keep him. But I was really impressed with him, pretty much coming on a plane after 2
Yeah, that was
days learning the
nuts.
playbook and going out and beating the Raiders. Like that was pretty fun.
Mhm.
Like it's hard to root against
That
that.
was a hell of a game, and I think the thing that I missed was he was always very genuine, and at least he seemed that way. And I will give him another little shout out. I don't know if you guys enjoyed the Eli Manning Chad Powers thing when he went undercover at Penn State.
I saw a little
That's
Baker
clip
the
of
just
that.
thing Baker
Yeah.
did that.
yeah, so Baker just did the same thing at Tampa.
Mhm.
Now I will tell you off the bat, as a Baker Mayfield fan, there is no possible way I would have been fooled by this when you see the disguise because he has a very distinctive tone and the way he talks. And he went on this tour with all these quote unquote super fans, and none of them caught it. None of them did. I said, "How? You got to be stupid. Look at him. He looks just like Baker." But
He
point
does.
being,
Yeah.
it
It
was
wasn't
it
even
was
like they
pretty funny.
disguised
The I saw it on YouTube. It was like a half hour long. I thought it was pretty well done. Just like the Chad Powers thing was done well too, but it was like I said, it was pretty good.
Indeed. Moving on, it was overall good game. I still have a future for the Buccaneers to win the division, which I still feel pretty good about. But the Falcons are starting to come on as the season goes on as well. So good game there. Best Thursday night game so far this season.
Facts.
Let's get right into
I'm
the.
so
Go ahead. Did you have
I'm say
something else?
I'm mad at myself. I fell asleep at halftime.
Oh no, yeah, I think Marley was
Yeah.
starting to fall
Like
asleep towards
right
the end of that
into
game
the
as
fourth
well.
quarter.
Yeah, my buddy's a big Falcons fan too, so I felt even worse because he texted me like 6 times, like, "Oh my God, you see that?" I was like, "Nope, sorry, passed out."
Let's get to the Sunday games today. Currently going on in London right now. The Vikings beating the Jets so far 10-0 and driving. Marley and I both took the Vikings in this game.
The Jets are shit this year.
So if you guys didn't see it, I don't know if you guys are actually watching the game right now, but Rodgers threw a pick. That's why the Vikings have the ball. That's his second pick of the game.
Through his second pick
Again?
of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you now.
And
So let's look at everybody. Look at Aaron Rodgers off the field right now on the bench and stuff. My man is toast, cooked, done. He does not want to be on that team right now. He doesn't even want to be on the damn field. He has the look of disgust, the look of just
Really?
Mark said he's making a TV show now about himself. Get your egotistical ass out of here, bro. Like you got hurt, you go make a TV show, you come back, you play like absolute dog shit, by the way. And now you're over there like pushing your coach away when he's trying to congratulate you on a touchdown. Like, man, and then you go over and sit and wrap a towel around your head like you're at Sport Clips. Get your ass out of here, sir. You're the reason why they're losing. You can't even score a touchdown. You're supposed to be this elite quarterback. You get your ass whipped. What'd you put up? 9 points last week? Congratulations.
Yeah, Big Dave
Me and
said
my
in
dog
the
did
comments.
it's
Side note:
not lack
Aaron
of
Rodgers
weapons
sucks
either.
in his new system, and I can't agree more. It's just
Yeah,
like he's
but
just
the
done.
thing is, it's not a new system though. He's got Hackett
It's not.
again. He's been in this system,
Mm.
and he has familiar faces. There's no excuse for him right now. I mean,
Yeah,
you got to think.
it's him.
Well,
What did he have in Green Bay when he had Hackett? The only difference really is Devonta Adams. But you traded Devonta Adams for a younger Devonta Adams and Garrett
I think
Wilson.
he had a better offensive line in Green Bay, but
Well,
this Jets
yeah, I
defense
guess
is
he
good
did.
enough to keep him in games, and they're even
Exactly. It shouldn't be that way.
not.
The thing is, though, like the Jets' offensive line ain't that bad. You know, their running back's not doing terrible. It's not like they can't pass block. He just ain't accurate at the moment.
Well-
Look at him; he's out here throwing 2 picks already. It's only in the what? The first? Is it just now the
Second
second
quarter.
half?
Let me ask you
Yeah,
guys.
second quarter.
Let me ask you guys this: What's been more surprising, Aaron Rodgers' play this season, or the fact that the Vikings are 4-0, possibly about to be 5-0?
The Vikings.
Vikings.
Are you serious, bro? They have Sam Darnold at quarterback. Did you really think these dudes are going to come out and do all this right now?
No, I mean because we were all talking about hammering the under at 5.5 for them, and they're about to possibly hit that within the next week or two because JJ McCarthy goes down. They didn't play really all that well last year. They hung around in some games and they have a few good playmakers, but they're playing excellent ball. 4-0, my gosh,
How can you be 5-0? What you talking about?
right?
The Jets ain't coming back.
No, I don't think so,
So
either.
we're feeling pretty good about our game picks. All right, 1:00 games. 1-3 Panthers on the road taking on the Bears, who are undefeated at home at 2-2. I still have my future going on of the Bears not making the playoffs, but I'm not going to sweat it yet. But I think that they come away with the win today. I'm taking the Bears. Marley.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Bears at home, Soldier Field. It's going to be a hostile environment. The Panthers are meh. They won one game, and everyone's like, well, maybe they're not that bad. No, they still are that bad. Yeah, that was just Andy Dalton coming out. Nobody's seen him in a while, and he is a former elite quarterback, so he can do some things. But yeah, no, not this week.
Bears are also favored 4, and the over/under is 41.5. Eric.
I am going to go Bears as well, but I will say this: 2 things. Number 1, Marley, I need you to do me a favor as a Steelers fan. Don't ever call Andy Dalton elite ever again. You know it, and I know it. That man has never been elite. He's always been a mid-tier quarterback, always.
Yeah, low to mid. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, first of all, second of all,
I'll try
I
to give him a little
need.
bit of something, man.
Yeah, no. Shut up, shut up. I think the game will be closer than what people think because I mean, heck, last week, Andy Dalton almost beat the Bengals. It was a really close game up
Yeah.
until they pulled away in the second half, late second half. So I mean, I think it'll be a closer game than what people think, but you're right. The Panthers do still suck. They're still going to go with a high draft pick. So yeah, I'm gonna go Bears. Plus, I need Caleb Williams to do good for fantasy. So
1 second, I'm getting FanDuel set up here so we can see what our bets are for this week at the end. Let me hide that, get that going, and I'll drag this over here.
Yeah, get our parlay of the
I'll leave
week
that there
going,
for a minute.
baby.
Yeah, we
Let's
will. All right. Eric's taking the Bears, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, moving on. All right. Our game, Eric. Obviously, we're not making our game pick. 1-3 Browns taking on the 3-1 Commanders. Commanders favorite 3 points, over under 43.5. Let's talk about it. How do you feel about this game? Honestly.
Oh, how do I feel about this game? I feel like we are gonna get a ginormous boost in getting Njoku back. I think that him as a player has been very obvious he is missing. He is such a weapon on the offensive side of the ball, both in in the run game and the pass game. So I think that'll be a huge boost. I think our defense can absolutely handle their offense. I think the problem is solely going to rely on which Deshaun Watson are we going to see today. So,
you want to know what I think? Go ahead and ask me.
what do you think?
I'm thinking about taking out a second mortgage to lay the 3 points on the Commanders. No, but honestly, like I was telling Marley in the pre-show a little bit here too. Like, I feel like this is one of those games where, like, count us out and we're gonna come out and win. I mean, I doubt it, but like, I still think that the Browns are gonna give, no matter what, their best shot today because they're 1-3. They definitely don't want to go 1-4. It's the worst start so far in the Kevin Stefanski era. I know they're a better team than they actually are, but like between the injuries coming on already, not making excuses, that's just the reality of it. And just the lack of play by Watson is just not getting better, as people say. Like his longest completion pass this year is 30 yards. That's just not good.
And it's you can tell it's labored too. Like his arm just isn't what it used to be. His arm just is. You could tell that the residual hangover from his shoulder situation last year. You can tell it's there. It's kind of what people thought was going to happen with Burrow with the whole wrist thing.
Oh, yeah. I just don't have Marley. I wrote you down. I wrote you down for the Commanders. All right.
Yeah. I said this before the show started, bro. Y'all are gonna get fried.
I don't know about that, but yeah, I think this game's set up for.
Cooked. I think that your defense can do something today, but here's the kicker. Like Eric said, and like you said, what Watson you guys gonna get today? I think the Commanders' defense can shuffle him around enough and get after him to make him unstable in the pocket And at that point, it's going to be an absolute shite show for you guys because,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, even if you have your tight end back in, that's his little scapegoat. But I think the Watson's going to be looking up at the sky a lot today
Mm.
from his
And
back.
the problem is, though, I mean, who does Washington really have as far as pass rush?
They got a good
They have a couple
interior
guys.
defensive line. Yeah, they
Yeah,
got a good.
that's what I'm saying. But
Their
it's not
secondary is like
nothing.
26 in the NFL. They're not, they're not the greatest. They get
Yeah.
exposed in the running backs. We could run a lot of crossing routes, but what do I know? I'm just a fan, and they're gonna come out and try to. I don't know. I'm not happy. Moving on. 2-2 Ravens favored 2.5 points on the road, taking on the 1-3 Cincinnati Bengals. Over under 43.5. 48.5. Sorry, the Browns over under is 43.5. Bengals, Ravens, 48.5. Marley.
Damn it. Well, I'm going to have to take the shitbirds on this one. Just because, like, come on, man. Like, do you really think they're going to beat the Bengals are going to beat the Ravens? I don't think so. Like, the Ravens are just, and I've been saying it all season now. The Ravens are not who you think they are, damn it. Everybody's out here, like, already spoon feeding them and shit. I don't want to hear it. They're like the damn Chiefs right now. Bah, bah, bah.
Well, I wanted to
not that
ask
good.
you: do you think they're starting to turn it around a little bit, or are you still pretty solid on your answer that they're not what they should be this year?
Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Let them come get something somewhere else. It's like, nah, it ain't gonna be this week. Well, you know what? The Bengals might put up a good fight because it's division, but Joe Burrow ain't Joe Burrow anymore, and they're just not playing like they used to. Like, they're starting to come. I'd say the Bengals are starting to come around more than the damn Ravens are, to be honest, because at least they're
Ooh.
finally starting to do some shit.
Mm.
But
I
Eric.
mean, the Bengals beat the Panthers, and the Ravens beat the Bills. That's the
NFL.
I am not real high on the. You gotta understand, I'm not real high on the Bills either because I'm just waiting for Josh Allen to become the interception machine that we all know and love up there. That's the only thing keeping them assholes from actually still like. Yeah, they lost to the. That was a tight game as well, but they just shouldn't have.
Was that game in Baltimore or in Buffalo?
It was in
I think
Was
Buffalo.
that in Buffalo? Yeah, it was
I
in
thought it was in
Buffalo.
Buffalo. That's even
Yeah.
better. But anyway, I am definitely taking the Ravens. I don't. I have very little faith in the Bengals. The Ravens obviously coming off a big win last week against the Bills. You know, that was a statement win for them. So I unfortunately am a lot higher than Marley in the Ravens, and I hate every step of the way.
I can't stand them. I don't care, dude.
I hate them too, but they are a very good football team.
Playing back-to-back road games is always tough, especially when your second game is coming into the division. The Bengals are 0-2 at home, but this is their third home game already on the season. I think the Bengals steal one today. I'm taking the Bengals.
Ooh.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
the over-under? What's the spread on that shit?
48.5.
What? How much are the Ravens supposed to win by?
2.5. Yeah, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind later, Marley.
That might be something. I don't, man. You know, bro, we should have bet the Bengals that one year. We would have won the bag, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Moving
To go to
on.
the Super Bowl.
Toilet Bowl game of the week. 1-3 Dolphins. Pretty much a pick 'em game here. Dolphins are favored 1. They are in New England to take on the 1-3 Patriots. Over under 35.5. Eric.
Honestly,
That is the prison inmate game of the week. You couldn't torture me enough to want to watch that football game. God, I'm gonna go with the Patriots because Jacoby Brissett. I don't have any other analysis because both teams suck.
Marley.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the Patriots at home with Jacoby Brissett. That's my only report as well.
Reports are Tua is supposed to come back within the next couple weeks. I think the Dolphins really need this game more to stay, in the hunt. I would say at 1-3, but I'm taking the Patriots as well. Yeah, he's supposed to come back this year.
Is that damn simple? Like, bro, go home. Go home. Don't kill yourself in this game, dude. Like, realistically, my man, your brain is going to be a scrambled egg.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even get hit. You hit somebody else this time, and he even backed off of you, and you still knocked yourself the fuck out. So I don't want to hear it. Like, go home, bro. Like, what are you gonna do with yourself? You're like what, 28 years old right now? You're about to be a veggie in like 7 years if you keep
And he's
pissing
got
around
2
like that.
kids.
Yeah,
That's the
dude.
part
Like, think
that's
about your
frustrating
life,
for me.
man. Yeah, like don't get me wrong, that's your livelihood. I know it's a game. You know, we all love, but what do you love more, the game or your family and your health? Like realistically, like okay, so you never won a Super Bowl, but you still can walk, talk, and chew bubble
Yep.
gum, play with your children, drive a car, wipe your own ass. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like you, and then at what point does the Dolphins have to say, man, like, look, dude, we don't want you on our field. Like, you know, like, nah, we can't. Like, you can't, dude. Like, you got to be released. Like, the NFL needs to step in with something like this.
And
Like,
I think it's a team
the same
that
thing.
also can, you know, if they draft a rookie quarterback, like I think they're okay. I think they'll be okay.
and that's my thing. They can if they're gonna play bad enough this season, unfortunately, because they're not gonna have Tua. And you know, but they still have some weapons on there. They can still win. They're not going to go 0 for whatever now. They're still going to win some games.
Yeah.
But like you said, they play well enough and bad enough to get a nice draft pick. I don't know what the draft class looks like this year, but
Yeah, like a
or
top
maybe
5
they
pick.
make an off-season move and get somebody to come in and fill in. You know, like to come in and play. You know, but I would say, yeah,
Like a
if they go
Sam
after a
Darnold.
rookie,
Yeah.
I mean, there you go. But you know, you could get somebody. I would honestly though, like the way their staff is built, I think they would just go get a rookie quarterback out of the draft and just build off that. Like you get the guy's going to start out throwing to Tyreek Hill. I mean, how you know? Okay, you already got with that dude, and then they just build around that as well. Again, like they'll be fine.
Yeah, they have a
if
good
they
running
just,
game. They have, you know, Jalen Waddle too, so I think they're okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yep, we're all on the Patriots. I'm taking the Patriots. Moving on. 2-2 Colts travel to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Jaguars are favored 3. I'm curious about this game. I've said this on the show multiple times. This division does play each other pretty hard. It's not like the AFC North, but they do like to get after it in the division. Without Jonathan Taylor this week, I'm curious to see what Joe Flacco and them do on the road. They stole one against they stole one against the Steelers last week, but I think the Jaguars get their first win today. I am taking the Jaguars. They're not going to go 0-16. They're a bad football team. I think they win a division game here today. Marley.
Oh, yeah. Since they don't have Taylor this week, and I mean, but you know, Flacco is that guy sometimes, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Jacksonville, they're going to be down there in Florida playing. So yeah, let's take the Jags.
Yeah, let me ask you. Sorry, before you make your pick, Marley, I got to go back to this for a second because I was thinking about this all week and I was laughing about it. Would you go to a Steelers game that had a swimming pool in it? Would you go swimming in that?
Hell no.
It's disgusting,
Jags
bro.
with a freaking swimming pool in their stadium. Like, what the heck is this?
It's the nastiest thing I've ever seen.
I don't even go in people's pools at home. Like, you know.
It's just like green and shit.
I don't want to. I don't want to know.
Like, to imagine the chemicals that are in there and how you would feel when you got out of that thing.
Oh, you feel like that layer on you, like that, like.
Yeah.
No. You're getting something. I don't care. Like you're catching a rash.
Eric,
you're gonna. Yeah. I get some shit on your
rash.
I think yeah. Oh God, I don't know. This game's a tough one. I kind of got to go Jacksonville.
Okay.
Just because they're at home.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, it really could go either way. I mean, you know, can you rely on the passing game? Can Joe Flacco pull off another win, or is Trevor Lawrence probably gonna get his head out of his ass and start playing some football?
That got so inaccurate this year. It's not even funny.
One of the games of the week, at least in the 1:00 slate. 3-1 Bills on the road, taking on the 3-1 Houston Texans. Texans favored 1.5 points, over under 47.5. Eric.
That's a very good game. Where's it at? Sorry, I missed that part.
Houston.
Texans.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Texans because it's at home. Plus, I think they have to kind of they need to make a statement win. I know they're 3-1, but they need to separate themselves from the rest of the South.
Yep,
everyone's close together.
This is one of those games that they can kind of assert themselves. They did last year, obviously, by they won a playoff game, and then they. This team is really good. This team is
Both
really
teams
good.
are.
Marley.
Oh, I need Stroud to do good today, baby. So yeah, let's go
Yeah, me
Texans.
too. I went back and forth with this game. Obviously, I think both teams are very good. The Bills' run game has actually been really impressive. The Bills themselves have been impressive. We actually counted them out to not make the playoffs this year on this show, which we're gonna hang our heads on.
Fuck Buffalo.
But at the same time, that also had to do with Miami not playing well. We thought the Jets might have played a little bit better this year. We knew the Patriots weren't going to be good, so it was just a matter of those kind of dominoes happening. But I'm going to take the Texans as well. I think it's going to be a good game. I also need Stroud and Collins to do well today. So that's the other thing. People are going to be so high on, Diggs. This is going to be his revenge game. He's going to come out and get 4 touchdowns. Well, that's where I think he's going to get double covered, and Nico Collins is going to go for about $150 today and a touchdown. I would love to see that.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. Your fantasy team would love that too.
4 o'clock games. 2-2 Raiders on the road taking on the 2-2 Broncos. Broncos favored 3 points, over under 35.5 points. Marley.
They're playing in Denver. I'm taking the Broncos.
Pretty sure I think the Raiders are going to be without Zamir White this week too.
They are indeed.
It's just the air up there, bro.
Eric, what do you think about the Broncos this year? I know Max and Marley are really down on them. I was kind of not high on them, like to make the playoffs, but I thought that they were going to come out and be a good team.
No.
They're 2-2. What do you think about Denver this year?
I think Denver is a team with a rookie quarterback that's lucked their way into 2 wins. I think they are a absolute middle of the road team with potential, though. I think if Bo Nix turns out to be something, they could do it. Sean Payton's a damn good coach. He's done it everywhere he's been. So I think they could be something, but not this year.
They kind of give me 2018 Browns vibes.
Okay.
They're kind of like in limbo. They're in the middle of they're not really sure if they're gonna get a better team or if they're gonna turn for the worse.
Never mind.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Marley. Marley's got it in his head, and he's just stuck, and he's not open to the possibility that the Browns could possibly be a good team. He just automatically assumes that we're just a team that just rolls over quarterbacks and coaches every year. That we're not that anymore. We're not.
I have one question for you, Marley. Who has won a playoff game more recently?
I don't care. I was talking to Pizzle about this.
No. You got to answer the question. Answer the question.
Listen. You guys.
No. Correct. Okay.
You guys,
and who was that game against?
It only took 9 games in for this battle to start.
Who did they beat?
Us.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So the argument's over.
Pittsburgh. Love to see it.
Here's my thing.
Made Pouncey and Roethlisberger retire. Love to see it.
Without our head coach.
I'd rather not go and not lose. You know what I mean? I don't want to lose in the playoffs. Anybody?
You did lose to us in the playoffs.
I know. Trust me. I had to watch that shit, right?
I have a photo of that shit.
Oh, damn it, though. You know how fucking long ago
I need to find that picture.
4 years ago.
Shut up. Yeah, years.
Yeah.
Y'all be bringing up old shit.
What have you guys done since? You guys haven't done anything since.
Win.
What have you won? 8 games?
I don't. Yeah, whatever it takes to go 500. They're better.
There you go.
9-8.
Okay, what's that get you, Jeff Fisher?
Yeah, Jeff Fisher.
What are you doing, Jeff Fisher?
We still don't lose. That's all I care about.
All right.
Yeah, I hear you.
Couple games left. Wrap it up. Yeah, Broncos and Raiders. Marley's taking the Broncos, right?
You assholes going 0-16 or some shit.
Eric.
Never happened.
Broncos, Raiders.
I'm gonna go Broncos.
Damn it, I'm taking the Broncos here too. I thought I could steal one from you guys, both taking the Raiders, but we're on the Broncos. And I agree.
Without
I
can't
think
Zamir White
I
and
think
Devontae, I
Sean,
just can't go.
Sean Payton's over his head. He's looking for his next Drew Brees. He's not going to get it. Broncos
Oh, I know.
never
have a few
find
solid players though. I'm taking the Broncos. 1-3 Cardinals on the road taking on the 2-2 49ers. 49ers are favored 7 points over under 48.5. Marley.
division.
Yeah, man, division game.
Come on.
Huh?
San Fran. There ain't no way the damn Cardinals are gonna beat them. Everybody's back now.
Yeah, except McCaffrey, tendonitis in both your Achilles. You just hate to see that. Bad in boy cover.
Yeah, he's not. That's gonna be. But Debo steps back there and does his thing too.
Yeah.
So it ain't nothing, man. Like, and honestly, like even when I thought they were gonna be screwed whenever they all went down, but I picked up that receiver. I should have started him that week because he put up 42 freaking points on fantasy. But that Jennings dude was lighting it up too. Like they seem
Yeah,
to
he's been a
just
decent
keep
player
plugging
over the
dudes
years for
in.
them. Yeah. And then they still have a solid good running game. The Mason kid, he runs the ball in that Shanahan zone run offense. Like,
Yeah,
Their
they just
defense
paid
is
Brandon
hard.
Ayuk all that money, and he really needs to start producing, or I'm gonna start getting angry because he's on my fantasy team. He's not done jack shit all year.
I'm taking the 49ers in a shootout though. Cardinals, I know they started strong. I think they're a little bit of a fun team to watch, but they can't seem to finish games. I'm taking the 49ers. Eric.
I think I'm right there on the same page as you. I'm gonna take the Niners, but I do like watching the Cardinals play. They're a fun team to watch.
49ers
just
also
think
2-0 at
they're
home. That's a tough
they know
place to play.
pieces. Yeah, it is. That is true.
Max's Green Bay Packers on the road at 2-2, favored 3 points, taking on the 1-3 Rams. Fun fact about Matt LaFleur, he has never lost a game against his co-coach Sean McVay. They were both in Washington. LaFleur is 4-0 all time versus Sean McVay and the Rams. The Rams are injury ridden, so
They're one of the worst teams in the NFL right now as far as injuries go.
Definitely are, especially big pieces.
Yeah,
Eric.
Cooper Kupp alone, that's huge.
Who you got?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna wait. Who are they playing?
Packers.
Rams, Packers.
Thank you. Jesus, I couldn't think of who that. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go Packers because the injuries are just too much for the Rams right now.
Same.
Packers.
They're just decimated with injuries, bro. You can't compete when you have your practice squad in.
Yeah, they were down a lot to the Vikings last week. I thought it was very impressive that they fought their way back. Jordan Love's first game back, we thought that they were kind of rushing him, but I think he knocked a little bit of that rust off, and he's going to come out swinging. I'm taking the Packers here as well.
If the Rams weren't so hurt, I'd probably take the Rams, but they're just so banged up, dude.
Wrapping up the 4:00 games, the 1-3 Giants taking on the 3-1 Seahawks. Seahawks are at home, favorite 7, and I don't care. I know that they lost their first game of the season against the Lions. The Seahawks are for real this year, especially with Kenneth Walker coming back healthy. He scored 3 touchdowns last week. DK is going to DK, and the defense is playing pretty well too. I'm taking the Seahawks. Giants without Malik Neighbors this week in concussion protocol.
Yeah.
I mean, the Giants just suck, dude.
Yeah, you're taking the. I figured you were taking the Seahawks, right, Marley?
Hey, come on, man.
All right. Well, we know there's always a couple games where the underdog wins. I thought maybe you'd sneak one in this week.
Hell no.
Look at you trying to pressure him into picking the underdog there. That's so terrible of you to do that.
Yeah, that's some dog shit. Hell no.
Well, he's a grown man. He can make his own decisions. I'm not here to do that for him. I mean, there's a reason why I'm first in the pick segment. So
that's disgusting. Though. Who the hell would pick even a Giants fan's not picking the damn Giants today? Okay.
All right, you willing to put some money on it?
I mean, on what?
On the Seahawks.
Winning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I already have a parlay with the Seahawks in it, but if you're so confident, bet the spread at 7.
And do what?
And part of our parlay.
That's fine. Wait till we get to that segment.
Indeed. Couple games left. Eric, Seahawks, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Well,
I gotta
I'd do
ask
it with
for the record.
spread,
You have to say it for it to count. Sunday Night Football. Marley Steelers taking on the Cowboys. Cowboys are 2-2. Steelers are 3-1. Steelers are favored 2.5 points over under 43.5. Supposedly gonna get like 5 inches of rain tonight in Pittsburgh. So
Let me
Marley,
light my blunt here.
let's talk about it.
So, let me tell you guys.
Listen this way.
So back in the day, NFL came to Art Rooney Sr. said, "Hey, we're thinking about making you guys America's team." He said, "No, we're the Steelers. You can take the Cowgirls. They can take that shit. They haven't done shit. They're not gonna do shit. Yeah, we're gonna get like a half an inch of rain in an hour as soon as the game starts here.
Yeah,
So
that's
good luck with that, Dallas fans. You guys don't know how to play in the mud like we do. Najee, Patterson, Warren's a little banged up this year, so we're gonna put him off on. Let him get healed up. Let him come back in the latter part of the season, towards the playoffs.
I don't understand
I
how.
just feel that
Oh, go ahead, finish up.
Fields has a running day more than anything today. He's not going to be passing the ball as much. If it is, it's going to be little dumpers until that rain gets off.
Yeah, I'd probably stay away from
Defense, I
props in
think,
this game.
come out and eat today. They don't have a run game in Dallas. Dak Prescott, you're gonna feel the wrath of T.J. Watt today. I swear. If I can go back and look at all the damn game last week, my man got held so much. Can we please throw a flag on that? Please.
We are not whining about TJ Watt getting held.
Welcome
We are.
to our life.
You know who we watch, right?
Myles Garrett gets held every single week.
Play.
Every single play.
Yeah. They both live through it, bro.
Yeah,
it's
bad,
disgusting.
Yeah.
They both have to live through it. It's disgusting.
Mhm.
And then, but no, the Cowgirls aren't doing shit tonight.
I'll say this, Eric, before you go.
What you got?
I really like the under in this game, honestly. 43 and a half.
Huh?
43 and a half is the over-under.
Yeah, both teams are pretty.
The 23 points wins this game.
Yeah. But I just want to know, like, with Najee, like,
you guys think?
how does Najee have a 1,000 yards consistently every year when he averages like 1 yard a carry?
Because
like,
he
that
just
man is
carry
not
back.
him. That man is not him.
He is Trent Richardson. That's what he is. He's a better version of Trent Richardson.
He's like a Sheen fucking Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he'll take that Derrick Henry compliment. My man's a beast.
No. You said the Sheen version, the made in China version.
Oh no.
That's what he's talking about.
Like my man, my man needs to like spell his last name differently. Like he carries that Harris last name kind of disrespectfully for that organization.
He doesn't.
Like
doesn't.
You need to take off.
You can't
think
the man's a running back, right?
How what?
That's like saying Joe Mixon's a good running back. You're not saying he's a good running back, right?
Najee?
They love Najee over there. You can have him.
How?
Very good running back.
That's the most delusional thing I've heard in my life.
1,000-yard rusher every season, brother. That's all we need out of your ass.
He does. I just don't know how he does it.
That's all we need out of your ass,
Because he gets 3 yards a carry. He gets 20 yards, 20 carries for 100 yards.
Dude, that's what you're paid to do. Go do it. We don't care. We don't care.
Eric, Steelers, Cowboys.
I am going. First of all, I need to say this, Marley. I appreciate you because you're a Steelers fan. But that was the worst WWE cut promo that I've ever heard in my life.
Win.
Just now, the one that you tried to give us.
Win.
Anyway,
get Steelers, wheeling, dealing, son of a gun.
Right.
Steelers are gonna win. They're having a hard time. Woo!
But I am gonna go Cowboys just because I hate the Steelers.
Wow.
That much. But I honestly hope that this game ends in a tie. I could not hope for more strongly for a tie. And by tie, I mean 3-3 tie, because that would be the most boring game ever, and that's what I think these two teams are.
Come on,
very
bro.
boring.
Eric, I hate to say this, but I say this with confidence. I've been embedded in Steelers territory over the years. You know, I've ingrained myself in the mountains. I've sipped the Appalachian water.
He has.
I'm riding the Steelers tonight, bro. It's gonna be a dog fight. It's gonna be. I don't even think like the 2.5 covers it. Like it could be like a 1-point game, honestly. But I like the Steelers in this game. I think they win. I think they're gonna give Dak Prescott a very, very hard time.
Oh, they will.
Steelers.
And the
I'm
problem
taking
for the
Steelers.
Cowboys is they don't have Micah or Lawrence tonight.
Now,
Nope. So Pickens is gonna.
we do have to go back. None of us picked our
What?
lock. None of us picked our lock of the week, by the way,
I know.
which I could not stress this enough that in the beginning of the show that I said that. Also, 4 teams on a bye: Eagles, Titans, Chargers, Lions. I think the Chargers really needed it more than anybody else. And then the Eagles. I think these teams really need it. I just hate the early bye. Now they got to go the rest of the season. It's crazy. Who's your locks, gentlemen? I think mine's the Packers. I know their favorite 3 points,
That's a good pick.
but even though they're in LA, I think it still counts. I'm taking the Packers as my lock of the week.
I'm gonna take the Niners.
Marley, come on, you can't. Their favorite 7.
What? Oh, they really? I thought you only favored by 3. Damn it.
No, man.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, it's a division game.
Wait. Oh no, wait. Who's going to the Jaguars?
Colts.
Colts.
Yeah, I'll take the Jags lock.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because they're 0-4. I mean, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, they got to get a win.
I'm gonna go Ravens.
No.
Mm.
No.
Yeah, all right.
Because I hate the
That-
Bengals that much,
I
and I
accept
think
that.
the Bengals are not a good team.
Max,
I
I don't
said
know.
I
I
hate
hate the
the
Ravens. I hate the Ravens too.
Max on assignment
But-
this week. I'll get his before the game starts.
Simon. This week he's
Update to the London game. Vikings rolling 17-0 so far.
Oh, is Aaron Rodgers going to get shut out in London?
I mean, that would be incredible.
It
I
sure
think
looks like
he
it's
is.
gonna happen the way he's playing right now.
What quarter is it?
It's second quarter,
Almost half.
almost halftime.
Damn.
Minute 42 left.
All right,
Oh,
boys.
Yeah, they're kicking.
Time for the Peace of Mind Community Parlay of the week. Shout out to the Overs Club. Let's go through these real quick. All right. Now, I'm staying away from this just because I just don't do it. If I really wanted to make some money against the Browns today, I could. I'm just not going to do it. I can't. So let's look. All right. Seahawks favored 7 points. All right. Marley, the +7 for the Giants is at 115. -7 for the Seahawks is -105. So it's pretty good value there. But they have to win by more than 7. If they win by
Who, the
7, it
Seahawks?
voids. They have to win by more than 7.
Oh, they're going to win by more than 7, bro.
You like that? All right, I'll add that in there.
Oh, hell yeah. Come on, bro. The damn Giants. Like, going
Yeah,
all the
but
way over there.
it's the NFL, bro.
They're you got to travel all the way to Seattle. That's just a hell of a flight to begin
Oh,
with.
I just don't like betting them on the money line. It's -320. Like, you're not going to get shit for that. So let's juice it up a little bit. All right, -7.
Yeah.
Eric, I know not necessarily you as a betting man. Is there anything that you absolutely like this week? I know you like the Ravens money line, but is there anything? Is there anything that caught your
I'm not
attention
really a
throughout the
betting
show?
man, but honestly, I like the Cardinals -7.5.
Cardinals.
I think they cover.
Can they cover the 7.5? Okay.
I think they do.
Oh, the line has moved. It was 7. It's now 7.5. All right, so
Unless there's something I don't know.
it would
I
be
didn't hear something.
Cardinals covering +7.5 is -120. So I don't hate that. Could I interest you in possibly alting that spread? Maybe let's go to 10.5.
Okay.
I mean,
No,
I don't see them losing by more than 10 is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
No, I
I mean
don't-
that's
I don't think so
-180. That's very good value there. So all right, so we have so far Seahawks -7, Cardinals +10.5. You like that so far, Marley?
Sure.
All right. Let's go.
It's only $5. Bro. Yeah.
Let's go one more. What do we like? I haven't really said one yet.
We got a
Staying away.
anytime touchdown.
Let's do. I know you like those. Those are so hard to get. I do have a lay right now for touchdowns. And I do have money line picks already too, so I'm staying away from those. But if I was a betting man, which I am, definitely staying away from the Dolphins Patriots game.
Yeah.
Do we like the Bears? I know we all like the Bears. Bears money line. I mean, you could take the spread -3.5. I could totally see Carolina coming out and just like losing by like 2 points, and they would eliminate this bet. Bears money line -198. So we have a 3-leg parlay of the Seahawks -7, Cardinals +10.5, and Bears money line. That's +357.
What's that get us?
$10, 35.71. I know, man. I know.
Can we get to 357.10?
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Damn it, man. That works.
Give me 1
I'll
second.
be betting
I gotta take this off screen real quick. Don't want
I'll be
to
doing
don't want to show the cookies.
on-
All right. $10 for 35. I'm gonna lock it in.
All right.
So winning payout 45.71.
Oh boy.
Now Marley, before we go, we could do this off stream, but I like the entertainment. All right, Marley.
Yeah.
You got FanDuel. You got some coin in there still.
I'm on camera, so I can't open up my shit.
All right. Well, I could do this for you as we go. You like touchdowns, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. You
Anytime
think-
touchdown.
yeah.
Easy, bro.
Who do you like to score a touchdown this week?
Just like I should have bet freaking Amon. You're like, oh, they're gonna run the ball, bro. Yeah, they should. I should have bet Amon-Ra St. Brown. My man come out with like a 50-yard bomb or something. Damn it. Who do I like to get a touchdown this week?
Yeah. Give me 3 players.
Damn, man.
It's all good. I gotta go through the games. Anybody in the Ravens Bengals game?
Probably Jamar Chase. He'd be the only one.
I have him for
He's the
anytime
easy
touchdown
pick.
today. He's at
Yeah.
+110. Okay. Well, I'll add Jamar Chase in there. All right. Let's go. Bears and Panthers. Probably not.
Stephon Diggs is another pretty good one.
Yeah, I was gonna say Diggs.
Well, that makes me nervous because
then-
everybody's riding him this week, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, people think that he's going to come out and get a touchdown, which is a good chance of. But that's why I think Nico Collins does. I'm not going to talk you out of anything. I'm just saying, it's like if you like Diggs, I could put that in there for you.
Yeah.
I like Diggs personally.
Stephon Diggs +165. It's good value. All right, moving on. Nobody in the Dolphins, Patriots, Colts, Jags.
Give me that Jennings dude from the 49ers.
Ooh. So, Mason, Debo's back. Ayuk, Kittle, Jennings +260. All right, you like that? All right.
That's big money right there.
So you like those 3?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's at +1903. How much money are you putting on this shit?
$5.
$5 will get you $95.
That's what I'm talking about. So 10 will give me what?
190.
Oh,
So 200.
not bad. Not bad. See that? That's the shit I'm talking about.
Lazard just scored.
Lazard just scored? Nice. I had him
Yep.
for some yards today. So was
Damn
that
it.
17-7?
36 seconds left to go in the half.
All right, Marley, I'll save this one for you. You can go ahead and put this one in when you're done.
Yep.
But that's going to wrap up the show today, boys. Anything else before we go?
I gotta wait all day. I hate
You do?
Sunday night.
4 o'clock games are bad too. Don't worry, I feel the pain.
Yeah, I can't stand I think I hate 4 o'clock worse than Sunday nights.
Yeah.
I agree.
And honestly, I'm not a real big fan of Thursday night football either. Because like, okay, I watch my game on Thursday. Like now, the rest of the week's like, eh.
Well, then you get the whole day
Yeah.
to watch, watch the
Yeah,
other
I
games.
love
don't know.
it. Especially now with YouTube TV where you can watch 4 games at once. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Changes
Jeez.
the
I had a
experience.
college. Oh yeah, 10 hours of college football yesterday. I had that shit going.
True.
I had the 4-game thing going on one screen. I had one game going on another screen, and I had another game going on. So I had 6 games going on at once. It was a good time.
Shoot, buddy.
Playoff baseball
A
too,
lot of
baby. Let's go
football.
Gardos.
No, hey,
Nice.
I loved that.
All right,
And then
boys.
you got hockey coming back. Yikes.
Yeah. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Appreciate you all. We'll have the show uploaded here in a little bit on Spotify. Go check us out at Peace of Mind Sports Podcast on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and anywhere else that you listen to your favorite podcasts. So appreciate everybody tuning in. Peace out. Have a great day. Go football. You know.
You know.
Peace.